What's going on, people? So, this is what we're here to talk about first, right? So, side of the box, right? Here's that one. I guess I could show you the other one as well over here, right? They're both the same. The only thing that's different is the sizing on them, right? Because one is going to be for my dad, one is going to be for my mom, right? So, I'll just give you this real quick backstory, then we'll jump into things, right? So, it's the holiday season. Every so often, I'll pick up some shoes for the parents or whatever. And I was thinking about getting some of these because I kind of like what's going on with the Vomero 5, and I wouldn't mind talking about more of them, kind of putting the colorways out there for the people, for the masses, for the 3 people that watch these videos or something. But I don't like adding to my own lineup a lot because I already have enough, and it's hard enough to work through all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of spread the wealth just a little bit. So I saw this color, and I thought, oh, you know what? These kind of remind me of the Gel Light 3s I picked up for them a couple years ago. And that was a couple years ago, so it's probably about time to get them some new Christmassy shoes, because they got like a Christmas sort of color. Also, on a slight tangent related to that, the Gel Light 3s that I bought them a while ago, it was the Doramu dolls, right? Same sort of thing, like white and red. I think there was a little bit of gold on there. I honestly can't remember. But I remember doing the whole live unboxing because I do that. And then I did like some kind of video about them at some point, just saying, hey, pick these shoes up. And around that time, like not long after or something, somebody like that, I don't know if they're still around watching this stuff or not anymore, don't really care because they were kind of annoying in a lot of ways. But they were like, oh man, like you got to check out the Doramu dolls. I'm like, there's like 2 videos out here, dude. Like, did you not see these? They weren't that long ago. Like, yeah, I'm just like, and he kept saying it. He'd just come out of nowhere, like, I saw some video about something else. Like, hey, did you get those yet? It's like, put up another video. Hey, did you get these yet? I'm like, I just ignored it, honestly. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's one of those things, like, dudes and people that are out there, right? Sometimes maybe you just like look and see, like, if people already have stuff before you go like telling them to get it. Also, some people don't really care to be told what to buy by people who are just like random passersby. The people that come over here a lot, yeah, you guys have some pull. You certainly do. But the randoms who just like show up and they're like, I put up a video about like the Air Max 1 over there, and they're like, get those foam posits, dude. I'm like, anyways, let's talk about these. This right here, the Nike Zoom Vomero 5 in the metallic silver, university red, and black colorway, and white also maybe. I don't know. So we're gonna start with the bottom on this thing. Down there across the bottom, what are you looking at down there? Standard sort of outsole. I do like the color blocking on it though. It's nothing fancy, but it works. So let's move on past that. Midsole, right? Same sort of thing as you saw on the bottom. Same presentation for the most part, Pretty simple, but it works, like I said. And while we're talking about it, let's go ahead, switch over to the inside. Yeah, super bland in there. It's all just like the white for the most part. But hey, whatever, not a big deal, at least not to me, right? So now, giving you another shot so you can kind of see what else is going on here as far as like a little top-down sort of view. This one, it kind of has a little bit more going on than some of the others in my eyes, right? Because even with like the silvery parts, there's a little bit of gray mixed in there. And on the mesh parts, you still have like silver and black. So this one, it actually has some reason to kind of look at some of these other pictures, to at least to some extent, right? But unfortunately, because I'm not going to be doing like a full-on review of these, you won't be seeing a whole lot of pictures. You're just going to see like the main ones because I'm not doing the breakdown because, again, like this whole thing, right? This whole shoe, it's all just a lot of this like fake leather type of stuff, right? You got a whole lot of that and you got a whole lot of mesh, right? I've talked about these a few times at this point and I feel like the first time was enough. So that's why I'm kind of just going to skip over a lot of that, right? And just move on into the personal thoughts piece, and then I'll say a thing or two about sizing since it's still kind of fresh in my head. Personally, though, right? I like these a lot as far as like models go, right? They look pretty cool. They've got like a million colorways out there and stuff. But this one in particular, when I saw it, I was like, well, this is something that I would like to get. Like I wouldn't mind having it for myself, but I think that it'll be better for like the family or something, but I at least want to like get it, talk about it, because I feel like this, because there's so many of these colors out there, or of the Vomero that is, some of them may kind of slip by a lot of people. So, just kind of shed some light on some things. That's kind of how part of this whole review thing works, right? So I ordered them, I got them in a couple days ago, whenever that was, and looking at them now, like, this is this has to be like my favorite of the Vomeros that I've seen in person, which is only against like the pink pair, like the yellow pair. But I kind of wish that the yellow pair had taken a lesson or two from these just to kind of bring it down so it wasn't so bright. But whatever, you know, like I said, I didn't have any real complaints. It's just minor preferences. So looking at this one, I think the parents will be super into it, right? It's kind of along the lines of a lot of stuff that I've bought them before that they're into as far as designs and everything. And I know that these colors particularly go over quite well with them in this time frame. So I'm thinking this is going to work out well for them. I mean, because I like them a whole lot, and my dad and I, we also have a lot of overlapping likes on things. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is going to go over pretty well. Better go over pretty well because these were not on the Black Friday sale list. So had to pay a little bit more for them, which was, I mean, retail is retail. It's not like crazy high or whatever. But I'm just saying, I do like my discounts, but sometimes, you know, they just kind of force your hand because there's holidays or whatever. So there you go. And also, like this other one, real quick, I'll talk about the sizing. So, and you kind of saw it on the side of the box, right? So my mom, she wears an 8.5 in women's, right? Which means 7 in men's or 7 in boys, you know. I buy both, right? Now there is a slight difference in there, like a 7 boys versus a 7 men's, because I have 9.5s in boys and men's for my Jordan 12, some of them. And yeah, the boys ones are a little bit smaller, right? So a 9.5 boys isn't quite like the 9.5 men's, but it's, for a lot of things, it's close enough, right? So it's going to be a smaller cut and all that, right? But she'll be good with these, so I don't really have any complaints there as far as like, or I don't expect to have any complaints there as far as the sizing goes. I just bring that out there for the math. So again, size and a half, but also on these, since they're unisex, it's already on the side of the box anyways. But as far as these go, I did buy them true to size for both of them because true to size worked out for me, right on the 2 pair that I have. So that should be fine. And as far as the comfort goes, these feel really good. I don't want to oversell it. I say that a lot because, you know, sometimes people might take things the wrong way. Yes, I am very much into these, and I think that they're totally worth walking around in for a day, like if you need something comfortable. But I'm not going to sit here and say you got to run out and get them right now. It's not that serious, but definitely something to consider, though, especially with all the sale prices. There's so many colors. They all got to go at some point, right? So that's when the sales come in. Find a color you like, keep it in mind, come back when the price makes sense. That's my advice. From me to you, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever's wherever you are. Oh yeah, Jordan 11 Legend Blues, that's what's in this box, right? So let's go see what that's all about. I feel like I'm not going to care a whole lot, but, you know, I'm curious, so we'll see. Later, people. Hey there, person that doesn't know me. I want you to spend a bunch of your money and a bunch of your free time to make a video over something that you may or may not really care about just for me. And by the way, I'm not going to say please because I am an actor. Now, is there a bit of an exaggeration of that? Sure, of course there is. But is there a bit of truth to that? A whole heck of a lot.